Yeah, and Barbara, you mentioned emotion. You could really tell that this actually got to the chief. She was really shaken up about this. But aside from wanting to get down to the facts, you're right. Yes, she wanted to take time to speak directly to the protesters. But I want to run through the timeline just really quickly if you're just now joining us. We started the scene 6:45 p.m. That's yesterday evening. Edgewater Shopping Center on New Bern Avenue and Rogers Lane. The Raleigh police chief emphasizing that the call in the first place was about a man with a gun. We also had those 911 calls as well, where you're going to hear the caller describing that suspect, the gun, also telling dispatchers about verbal threats. When officers got there, the chief says they met 26-year-old Javier Torres, who matched the description. When officers asked him to drop that gun, he ran away and at one point was running towards another officer with that gun in hand. Now, the chief explaining how that officer also asked Torres to drop the weapon. When he didn't comply, he shot him once in the stomach. Now, despite social media rumors, the chief says the truth is really going to be in that body camera footage. She says that shows the pizza and the gun. The more overarching concern this morning is the protest that escalated that already tense situation. This was around midnight, so from the scene to downtown, the chief says protesters damaged property and injured others. They even went by her home.
This is not who we are as a city. But it's also important that individuals who have a desire to voice their concerns, there is a method by which they can do that without damaging other people's property, without harming other folk in the process. And we saw that last night.
Now, I asked the chief specifically whether she believes protesters took things too far by going to her home. She was really candid. She said, yes, it did bother her